I am in the daytime kitchen with Kaitlin Classey from Fincastle Winery, and it smells so good in here. What are we making today?
We're going to have cherry preserves over top of chicken with some Italian cheese and roasted pecans.
Okay, so kind of a sweet, savory sort of taste.
Exactly. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we need to cook. We want to have something different, something kind of out of the ordinary. Yeah. But we don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. You know, we want to go and set up and have a glass of wine or something.
So true.
So this takes about 5 minutes of prep time. It goes in the oven. It stays in the oven. But the last 5 minutes, you put your cheese on. You start to let the cheese melt. At the same time, you're roasting your pecans, and then your dinner is done. And at the time, you can do some asparagus on the side. You've got a nice little meal going on for nothing.
It looks so delicious. And for Valentine's Day, I feel like people really want something sweet. Something about the holiday just makes people crave sweets. And this kind of, you know, accomplishes what they want.
Exactly. You know, and it's chicken, so it's a little healthy.
Yeah.
You know, and cheese don't count, so it's all right.
Cheese doesn't count.
It's like cheese and chocolate doesn't count at all.
Exactly. And then what are you pairing this with today?
I'm pairing it with the rosé, because again, trying to go on the same theme of being the sweet, the Valentine's, you have the red. Not something real heavy like a dry red.
Yeah.
So this is off dry, so it gives you a little bit of sweetness. It has a little bit of strawberry on the end of it, so it will complement the cherries really nicely as you eat and drink.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to jump into this dish. She says it's easy. I trust her. We'll be back in the kitchen in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Daytime Blue Ridge.
I'm in the daytime kitchen with Kaitlin Classey from Fincastle Winery. Great to see you.
Very nice seeing you.
Yes, this is lovely. It's
really
rosé.
Nice. It is. It's a nice off-dry. It has a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of fruit on the back end. It's a great sipping wine, you know, for something, a much lighter meal.
Right, yes. And we are making a roasted chicken with some cherries and some pecans. This looks amazing. Tell me about it.
Well, let me first off and tell you that I am not a cherry lover. I don't like cherries. I go to the store and I'm like, give me ice cream, no cherries. Give me a banana split, no cherries.
You don't like it?
I do not like it at all. And so I seen the recipe and I was like, oh, maybe I can do strawberries.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm going to try it. You know, so I mixed it up and made it my recipe. And I was like, oh, it's pretty good. Eat another bite. Oh, this is actually good, yeah.
Right, because you've got the sweet and then you've got the savory with the cheese and the pecans and everything. So you've got that nice balance. So what do we need for this recipe?
This is actually really light ingredients.
Oh, okay.
So it's really, really nice. Chicken, you know, first and foremost, a little bit of milk. You're going to need some, I use Italian breadcrumbs, and that's because you're going to put it in the cast iron and give it that nice little sear. You want to keep all the juiciness inside. 'Cause sometimes in the oven, it can get a little dry.
Sure.
So that's all you need. You put it in the oven with a little bit of onion powder mixed in. You put it in the oven, let it bake. You're setting back for about 20-25 minutes to reach 165. And then once it reaches that temperature, you pull it out, you put your cheese on top of it, and at the same time you're putting your cheese, I take my pecans and put it in a nice little shallow dish and put them in there too. I'll move my pecans up on top, and then I'll put my chicken dish down on the bottom because it's setting at 375, and you actually roast pecans at 350.
Okay.
So I'll put it up on top to kind of help block some of that heat because that chicken dish is going to be underneath it.
Makes sense. And those roasted pecans are really, really good. Okay, so we're going to build this dish coming up. Don't go away. You are watching Daytime Blue Ridge. We are back in the daytime kitchen with Kaitlin Classey from Fincastle Winery. And what do we need to get started here for our chicken?
Well, you can make it really nice and easy. You want to get yourself a Ziploc bag.
Okay.
Put your breadcrumbs down inside of it and your onion powder. And just kind of mix it up just a little bit.
Okay.
Take your chicken. You're just going to go ahead and dip it into the milk. I do milk instead of water just because the milk has a little bit of fat in it.
Yeah.
And that helps with the flavor, and it also helps with the actually soaking up the breadcrumbs. And then you're going to take this and you can just go ahead and you can shake it up the bag.
Completely coat it.
And it will coat it completely for you.
Okay.
So therefore it's
easy enough.
I like that.
And then you're going to have your cast iron. You can go ahead and get it hot and have your oil in there. And then you're just going to put your chicken down inside of that.
Okay.
And then you're going to let that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Not enough to really cook it, just enough to give the nice, easy brown that you want on both sides of it. So it can help lock in that juice from the chicken itself.
because then we're going to bake it.
Right, because then we're going to bake it.
All right.
So at this point, you can kind of sit back and have a glass of wine or...
and you got one. This is the rosé.
This is the rosé.
Okay, and you usually have this all year round, right?
We do.
At the winery?
We do.
All right.
So then you sit there and you'll have your glass of wine. While you're sitting there, I went ahead and made some asparagus. So I can have it cooking to kind of go with the meal.
How do you make your asparagus?
I do it several different ways on this one because the chicken dish has so much flavors going on. You have the pecans and the cherries and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All I did with the asparagus is I just steamed it.
Something simple.
I love
Something
it.
simple. I didn't put
Yep.
any spices or anything on it because I didn't want to take away from the sweetness
From
of the chicken.
Okay. All right.
All right, so then you have your chicken in the oven. It's baking at 375. You're down to about 5 minutes. It takes about 20 minutes, 18 to 23 minutes.
Not long.
Not long at all because it's boneless, and you've already got that nice sear in there, so it's already starting to get cooked a little bit.
Okay.
Then you're going to pull it out, and you're going to put your cheese on top of it, and I just kind of just sprinkle it around that on top of it. And at the same time, I'm going to take my pecans, and I got a nice little shallow dish. And you want a shallow dish versus a tall dish because it could take long to heat those sides up. So you go for a nice flat shallow dish.
Okay.
And then you really want to bake these at 350, but since your chicken is cooking at 375, put your chicken down underneath, put your pecans on top, and that helps regulate the heat for the actual pecans itself.
Okay.
So then you're letting that cook for about another 5 minutes because you're melting your cheese.
Oh.
Then, so therefore, you're pulling out your chicken dish, and it looks nice and beautiful, and you have your melted cheese, and then your pecans are ready, and you just sprinkle those on top of it.
And then we have this.
Oh my. I
So
can't wait to
simple.
dig into this.
You said it takes less than 5 minutes to prepare.
It does. It takes more time in the oven than it does for you to do anything. And
Which I
because you
love
use
that.
Ziploc bag, this is
Yeah.
goes to trash and clean up.
Easy
It's
to
so much
clean.
easier.
Easy to
Love it.
prep.
I love it. All right.
It's
I'm
great.
digging in. What kind of cherries did you use?
I went and got just, you know, in your, where you would buy your jelly, your preserves. I got just the cherry preserves. I bought the cherry tart because it has a little more tartness a little bit. Because cherries are a little sweet, so that tartness kind of gives me a little bit, personally, gives me a little bit of time to take the sugar off of it a little bit.
Great.
Kaitlin. Nice. I like
Well,
it.
we will be offering up the recipe. Go to daytimeblueridge.com and look up Glazed Cherry Chicken. Meanwhile, you can also visit Fincastle Winery or go to their website, fincastlewine.com.